So here I am. I'm Elizabeth. Here I am with Nectar. So this video is going to be about Maverick, who's just on the right side of the video there. But Nectar always gets him first because now he's had his first cuddle. He wants more and more and more.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to encourage Maverick to come to me, but he really is infatuated by Mora holding the camera. So I'm walking towards him, approaching and retreating to encourage him to come towards me.
Yeah, I gave him a scratch just before we started filming this. It may not have been the wise thing to do.
So because in the last video he was quite pushy and he was quite keen to be the boss of me, I'm keen to get a halter on him this time so I have more control. So the idea with the halter is that I can keep his head towards me and his rear end further away from me. That keeps me safe and able to go on another day.
Mm.
So once I've got it on, I can move away. And I'm going to get the rope. So you can see how I've just looped the rope over my arm like that. I've made sure that there's no ring in the rope that he can get wrapped around my arm.
Mm.
So we have a little super fan of cuddles in the making. So I'm going to go for it. I'm going to attach the rope and see how I get on. So I want him to learn to give to the pressure, that is, to follow the pressure. So I'm going to start really gently at first and see if I can just turn his head a little bit. Now the last time I did this, I threaded the rope through the halter so that if he ran away, I could just let go and he wouldn't be attached to the rope all day and frightened. So you see, with just the smallest amount of encouragement, a tiny bit of pressure on the rope, he will come. Here actually, he gets it slightly in his mouth, so I tighten it a bit.
Mm.
So you can see there's a loop in the rope, it's not tight. And he feels a bit of pressure from me and walks towards it. And he's getting a lot of encouraging scratches as a reward. So when it's difficult like this, I make sure I stand still so that the rope really does have a swing in it so that he knows that that's what I wanted. So the more difficult it is for him to move, I stand still. If it's easy, I will move away to encourage him to follow me.
Mm.
This is the technique I've used for probably 40 foals that have been born on the farm.
Wow.
He does like the camera, I must say. So Maverick is a year old now. We have quite a few videos for Maverick, and he has his own playlist, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
So all our videos will be easy to find using a playlist. So if you search for Maverick, you will find all the videos that show Maverick. If you look for carrot stick or handling or haltering, you'll find all our videos about each of those topics. So you see, he's following a feel quite happily. And here I'm actually asking him to do something he doesn't want to do, which is why he's yawning, because he doesn't like the pressure on his nose. I'm giving him...
I think you're getting the stick.
That's right. This is carrot stick time. So there's no string on the stick. So this is following on from our video where we practiced introducing the carrot stick to Dan and Eclipse. So I'm going to be using approach and retreat to introduce him to the stick. Now, whereas Eclipse and Dan had met the carrot stick before, he hasn't. Although he's a pretty calm, inquisitive, laid-back pony, so it should be fine. So I'm just going to give him a quick rub on the chest. Oh, and the second time he's wary of it. So I'd lift it slightly, put it back down again.
Of course, Nectar's been a huge help.
He doesn't care, yes. So my aim is that Maverick does not get confused, and he understands the process all the time. This will help me next time I want to do with him, because if I leave him feeling confused and not sure, unappreciated, bad about himself, he won't want to do any more next time. So in fact later today we're going to see how this went and whether he's keen to do more today. So I'm actually using some movement in a rhythmic motion towards him, so he knows what to expect next. And the stick's getting slightly closer to him. You can see he's following it with his ear. He can see it, and that's why he's moving his ear. So he's wary, but he's not scared. So it's really necessary to do this both sides. You could even say that horses see with their each eye differently. So he's still curious. I haven't frightened him with it. I'm being progressive. I'm not staying the same, so he's starting to learn how to accept the movement of the carrot stick on his body. Now my aim is to use the carrot stick to accustom him to having his legs stroked, touched and handled, and his feet touched and handled. Then I can feel more confident when I want to stroke his legs and handle his feet with my hands, and then I can pick up his feet and trim them, feeling confident that he's not going to be worried about me when my head's near his feet.
Mm.
So here he is moving backwards to remove himself from the range of the stick. He's curious and a bit wary still. So I'm going to let him follow the stick for a little while. He's fairly new to pressure on the rope.
But he's getting it. Really.
He definitely is. My plan here was to turn his right side, his left side facing the camera. But he wants to show us all that side. And again.
Oh, there we go. That's when he gets it in his mouth.
Yeah. So I really don't want him to get it in his mouth. What he's done is tightened the knot that I've tied. So I'm going to tighten the halter up so it can't get it in his mouth again. So you can see I'm standing like a tree and my roots are very much in the ground so that if he pulls against me, I don't move. It's really important for me to make sure that I move less than him, because by moving less than him, he sees me as of a higher level in the horse order than he is. So here, because it's difficult, he's pulling against me. So you can see he's quite a playful chap. So I need to be careful here that when I stroke his foot, he's not in control of whether I'm touching it or not. We'll be doing more of that in our next video with Maverick.
What do you mean by that?
Well, when I was stroking his leg, he was moving his leg and evading the contact with the stick. So I need to make sure that it's me that takes it away, not him. He can't find relief from moving his foot.
I see.
He needs to find relief by keeping his foot still and letting me stroke it.
Yeah. Or letting the moment pass instead of running away from it.
But there's lots of flies around and they're quite annoying.
It's so funny. Well, I'll point it out when I edit the video, but this spot right here looks like a cat. Do you see it?
Oh yeah.
With a profile. It's quite nice.
See, this is going well. He's letting me stroke his leg a little bit, but I'm staying above the knee.
that flinching there, is that, I mean, I see that you don't move away, but what made you decide not to move away from it?
I don't want to cause him to flinch, but also if he flinches, I don't want to take it away then, because I'll teach him that if he flinches or reacts, I will relieve the pressure. I want to take the stick away when he's feeling comfortable and calm. So he realises that feeling comfortable and calm is what stops the stick.
Yeah.
If it's moving him around or stroking him when he's still, he needs to have the pressure from the stick taken away when he's calm,
right,
and doing what we want.
That's cool. And here we have a glimpse into the future training with Nectar.
Step back.
There we go. And then he comes right back.
Yes. Oh, and then I want some attention too. So he needs to go back because he came forward. So I'm just going to put enough pressure on for him to move slightly backwards. He says, I haven't learnt this, so I'm just going to use the stick to put a bit more pressure on. So the pressure I'm putting on his nose isn't very much. It's just enough pressure for him to feel it.
Yeah, I can attest to that. It's really not very hard. Even though it looks maybe hard, it's really not. Well, that is the end of the video.
So here I am trying to ask Nectar to go back a little bit.
Yeah.
So remember, all our videos feature on playlists. So if you want to see more of Maverick or more of Carrot Stick,
it's all organized.
And haltering and handling.
All organized for your ease of searching. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon.